Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info and to Slender for Life. I'm Roger Moore, and happy Valentine's Day. You know, I was involved in several conversations, both online as well as over the internet, in coaching sessions and in sessions here in my offices about meat and dairy products, and is it okay on occasion to have a little bit of meat, and would it be okay once in a while, maybe once a week or whatever, have a little bit of chicken or a little bit of fish, and don't we need the omega-3s, or what about protein or calcium and all that stuff? And for a number of years now I've talked about and written about, is it okay on occasion to have just a little bit of rat poison? Would that be okay? And I compare it to having a little bit of rat poison to having a little bit of dairy, or an occasional piece of chicken, fish, beef, or pork. And some folks have thought that was pretty radical, pretty extreme, that I would make that comparison, and I've been called out on it before. And yet, when I look at the current research, when I look at DNA samples, or with the research on DNA samples from ancient mankind and how people have eaten over the centuries, there was no paleo diet that included meat. Meat was almost never eaten. And when I look at the cultural history and really look at what we're learning today about how people have eaten throughout the centuries, healthy people lived on whole grains, they lived on vegetables, and they lived on fruit. They didn't eat chicken, fish, beef, or pork. They didn't. And I was pretty excited actually yesterday, it was February 13th of 2014, to see a post from the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. You can find it at pcrm.org, or I'll put it as a link in my blog post that goes with this video. And the title of it is, "Even Modest Amounts of Meat Increase Risk for Diabetes." And it reads that vegetarians are less likely to have diabetes compared with non-vegetarians, according to a new study from Taiwan. Among 4,384 Buddhists, the women and men who avoided all meat products were approximately 33 and 50% less likely to have diabetes, respectively. The lead author notes that the omnivorous participants consumed a predominantly plant-based diet with little meat and fish, suggesting that even modest animal consumption can increase the risk for diabetes. Other population studies have also found that as animal products intake increases, so does the risk for diabetes. In addition, the vegetarian group had higher intakes of fiber, folate, vegetables, and whole grains, and lower intakes of saturated fat and cholesterol. So folks, I was born on a dairy farm and son of dairy farmers, and I grew up eating chicken, fish, beef, pork, and ice cream and cheese and butter and milk and all those things. And as a result, weighed 115 pounds more than I do now. Was dealing with arthritis. I was dealing with pre-diabetes, borderline blood pressure issues. And I have a lot of family members that are suffering with the illnesses and diseases caused from eating chicken, fish, beef, pork, and dairy products, and who are very overweight, very obese. But it was about 17 years ago now, I learned hypnosis, and I learned how to create a new relationship with myself, and create a new relationship with food, and I discovered that I could very easily let go of the desires for the foods that make me and others fat and sick. And I created an amazing healthy desire for the whole grains, for the vegetables, for the fruit, and also to be active. I went from being a total couch potato, a slug who hated to sweat and hated to move, to being very physically active. And since 1997, I've coached people both here in my Bainbridge Island office and in the medical dental building in downtown Seattle and out at Forks, as well as coaching people online in several states and several countries through Adobe Connect. I've coached people on how they too can transform their lives and let go of those old thoughts, those old ideas that they need to have those animal products. that they need, or the cookies or the ice cream or whatever it is, they can let go of those and create healthy desires that make people slender and healthy. So if you're interested in finding out how you can make lifelong changes in your relationship with yourself and your relationship with food, give me a call at 206-903-1232 or send me an email, roger@hypnosishealthinfo.com. And if you're here in the Puget Sound area, happy to have you come into my office in downtown Seattle in the Medical Dental Building, or here on Bainbridge, or when I'm over in Forks. And if you live too far away, we'll set up a session through the internet online, have you come into my own platform, and we'll develop a program tailor-made to your needs, and I can provide you the coaching that you need that you can achieve your health and wellness goals. So give me a call or send me an email. Let me know how to support you. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.